Do not let your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me. Lord, these words echo gently through the silence of this moment, like a small light flickering in a dark room. When everything around me feels uncertain and unstable, when the noise of the world grows loud and my thoughts grow restless, your voice still whispers this simple invitation: do not let your heart be troubled. Yet, Lord, how difficult it is for a fragile human heart to remain calm in a world that changes so quickly. So I come before you now with a simple question resting quietly in my soul. If my heart feels lost in the storm of this life, will you guide me back to peace? O Lord my God, I stand before you as a small and weary soul in the vast sea of this world. I confess that I do not understand the path before me. The world around me moves at a pace that overwhelms my spirit. News of uncertainty fills every day. Economies rise and fall. Jobs become unstable. Plans I once trusted dissolve like mist in the morning. Many people speak confidently about the future, yet in the quiet of the night, my heart trembles because I cannot clearly see where my own road is leading. You know, Lord, how often I try to be responsible, to work diligently, to live honestly according to the voice of conscience you placed within me. Yet even while I try to do what is right, worries creep into my thoughts like shadows at dusk. I wake early in the morning thinking about bills that must be paid, tasks that must be completed, expectations that must be fulfilled. I sit at my desk staring at a screen filled with responsibilities, wondering if I am strong enough to carry them. Sometimes I walk through crowded streets or ride a quiet bus home after a long day of work, surrounded by people yet feeling strangely alone, wondering if anyone else feels as uncertain as I do. You once said, "Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them." Lord, I know these words are true, but my anxious mind still struggles to rest in them. I confess that I often try to control everything, as though my own strength could secure tomorrow. Yet my efforts only exhaust my heart. My plans become tangled, my thoughts become restless, and my soul becomes tired. Tonight, Lord, I bring that tiredness before you. There are days when I feel capable and hopeful, when the morning sunlight seems to promise that life will move forward with purpose. But there are also days when I wake up already burdened. On those days, my spirit feels heavy even before the work begins. My mind compares itself with others who seem more successful, more talented, more confident. I see their achievements and quietly wonder why I struggle so much with simple things. Why do I hesitate when others move forward so boldly? Why does fear speak so loudly inside my heart? Sometimes the pressure of responsibility weighs on me more than I can express. There are decisions to make at work, problems that need solutions, expectations from family and society that feel impossible to meet perfectly. I try to remain calm, to speak wisely, to act responsibly. But inside, Lord, there are moments when I feel like a child pretending to be strong. I smile in public, I answer messages, I attend meetings, I complete tasks, yet somewhere deep within me there is a quiet voice saying, "I do not know if I am enough." You know those moments, Lord. You see the hidden battles that no one else notices.
When evening comes and the noise of the day fades, I sometimes sit alone in my room, the glow of a small lamp lighting the walls, and I feel the full weight of my limitations. I realize how small my strength truly is. I see how easily my confidence disappears. I notice how quickly discouragement can grow inside me, and I whisper to myself, almost without thinking, "I am tired." There are days when I feel weak, days when I accomplish little and feel ashamed for it, days when I compare my life to others and feel that I fall short in every way. On those days, I see clearly that I am only human, carrying a heart that is fragile, imperfect, and full of limits. Yet, in the quiet of this prayer, something gentle begins to awaken within me. I remember that you never demanded perfection before offering love. You never said that I must be strong every moment in order to belong to you. Instead, your words say, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Lord, I am one of those weary people. I am one who carries burdens I do not always understand. I am one who sometimes walks through life with quiet fear about the future. And yet, you invite me to come. You do not stand far away watching my struggles with cold judgment. You draw near like a shepherd walking beside a tired traveler. You remind me that my value is not measured by how productive I am, how successful I appear, or how confidently I speak. My value rests in something deeper, the love with which you created me. Your word says that even the hairs of my head are numbered, that I am known and seen by you in ways I cannot fully comprehend. When the world measures worth by achievements, status, and recognition, you measure the heart. Lord, please teach my restless mind to remember this truth. When I sit at work feeling overwhelmed by responsibilities, remind me to breathe slowly and trust that you walk beside me even in ordinary tasks. When I speak with colleagues and feel uncertain about my words, grant me wisdom so that my speech may be calm, thoughtful, and kind. When unexpected problems arise, help me respond not with panic, but with quiet clarity. Give me the grace to pause before reacting. Give me the patience to listen before speaking. Give me the humility to accept that I cannot control everything. Your wisdom says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." These words challenge the habit of my anxious heart. I often lean entirely on my own limited vision, forgetting that you see far beyond the horizon that blinds me.
I see only the narrow path directly in front of my feet. You see the entire journey. I see uncertainty and confusion. You see purpose unfolding slowly. I see delays and obstacles. You see lessons shaping my character. Sometimes, Lord, my heart asks you to reveal the entire future at once so that fear will disappear. But deep within, I know that life rarely unfolds that way. Instead, you guide us step by step, like a quiet lantern illuminating only the next few meters of a dark road. So tonight, I ask not for full understanding, but for trust. Guide me gently through the uncertainties of this time. When the news speaks of instability and people argue about the future of society, remind me that your kingdom is not shaken by the fears of the world. When I see people change their loyalty quickly and relationships feel fragile, remind me that your faithfulness does not change. Your word says that the grass withers and the flowers fade, but the word of the Lord endures forever. Help me build my hope on what endures. There are moments, Lord, when my strength disappears so completely that even prayer feels difficult. Words fail, thoughts scatter. All that remains is a quiet sigh rising from my chest. Yet even then, you understand. You understand the prayers that cannot be spoken clearly. You understand the silent tears that fall when no one is watching. You understand the exhaustion that comes after carrying invisible burdens for too long. If today I cannot accomplish great things, let me accept that gently. If today my only achievement is continuing to breathe, continuing to exist, continuing to hope quietly, let that be enough for now.
For you do not measure my life the way the world measures it. You see the courage it takes simply to continue. You see the effort hidden behind small acts of perseverance. You see the quiet victories that no one celebrates. And perhaps, Lord, the most comforting truth is this: I do not walk through these difficult days alone. Even when my emotions fluctuate and my confidence fades, you remain present. You stand beside me not as a distant judge, but as a faithful companion. Like a shepherd who walks slowly beside the weakest sheep, you adjust your pace to match my weakness. You hold my hopes in your hands when I am too tired to carry them. You guard my future when I cannot see it clearly. You remain patient when my faith trembles. So tonight, I place my uncertain tomorrow into your care. I place my work, my responsibilities, my anxieties, and my unanswered questions into your hands. Teach me to walk one step at a time, trusting that your guidance will appear when I need it most. Let my heart remember that strength is not always loud. Sometimes true strength is simply the quiet decision to continue moving forward with faith. And if tomorrow brings new challenges, help me face them calmly, knowing that your presence walks beside me. Before this prayer ends, Lord, I ask for one small grace. Give me the courage to begin the next day with hope. Even if that hope feels fragile, even if it flickers like a small candle in a windy night, protect it within my heart. And for anyone listening to this prayer now, may they also feel the gentle reassurance that they are not alone in their struggles. If this prayer has touched your heart tonight, take a small moment of silence and whisper within your soul, "Lord, guide my steps tomorrow." And if you wish to continue walking this path of prayer together, I warmly invite you to subscribe to the channel Broken Heart to Hope, where we gather each day to bring our burdens, our fears, and our hopes before God, trusting that even the most wounded hearts can slowly find light again.